Can you hear me? Probably yes. Good. Weeks out in competition. This is week 16. Being at the Valley. I don't know if it's the 17th or the 18th. Today we've got hang snatch and squats, which I'm trash at. Step ups, which I'm good at. I mean, I don't know. I have to check. So 3 times 6 hang snatch and squats. 42.5 kilograms. You can't see the 1.25s, but they are there. I just put them on. Put my belt on now. Let's start. I wish I brought a separate phone to time, so I'm going to have to use this live stream to go start the next set. Okay, I'm gonna film a wall ball, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, build it up. That's all further you waited. I need to do my next rep in about 50 seconds. Off the top of my head, I think I remember. I've got hang snatch 3 times 6, hang snatch and squat 3 times 6, step ups 3 times 5. I think I've got bench 2 times 5, and then I think it's bench anyway. Then I've got med-ball stability stuff to work on my foot, front, side. 20 seconds left. That's about 26, but I'm gonna start 20 seconds. Ooh. I'm trying to take 3-minute rests instead of 4, because I can do 4 without difficulty to a degree, but 3 is a bit harder for my ATP system, so I'm trying to change it. Okay, gonna have to take 4 minutes on that. Had to pause mid-set and losing stability and control. So when the live stream gets to 13 minutes, I need to go again. I think it's actually 13:30. So 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Get there. Need to go again. The session might seem easy, especially this exercise, you know, because I've just got a hang snatch and a squat. How does doing it 6 times make it hard? And it makes it hard by the fact that, unlike, say for example, I was to do a hang clean and squat, with the snatch squat, the bar's up in the air and my shoulders have to stabilize that. So if my shoulders aren't doing a good stability because something else in the chain is making a mistake, like say my hips are going where they shouldn't be going, my shoulders have to work overtime to keep the arm up. And if it's having to do that, I'm gonna struggle to do just the first rep, let alone the next 5 reps that I've got to deal with. So that's what we're working with here. It's tough. And what makes it even harder is the fact that I'm doing this in the morning when the system's dead. So I was doing this, say midday, straight after a normal track session, which would be at about, what, 6 to 8 p.m. We wouldn't be having this difficulty, but I chose this one the other way around. Riffer M9Z, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm guessing you just came, but we got one more set of hang snatch and squats, 42.5 kilograms. And we got step ups, 3 times 5. I don't know what the weight is. I believe we got bench, and then we got some med ball throws. Some cool work if I do that, and stretching, but I don't think I'm gonna show that. We'll see how long my battery lasts and how long I can deal with no music, because you guys, the reason I can't use Spotify, which makes my session a bit harder. to the 7 of you in here. Are any of you competing soon? And or have you competed already? And how did it go? I know one person told me that they won their race, which is cool. So I hope any of the other people who are competing or getting ready to compete, like myself, are doing their best. They're going to go out and do their best so they can not just win but come away with a PB, because you don't want a PB. Someone crazy, I think someone crazy will win a PB. Unless it's a 400, in which case I can understand why you might not want a PB. It's hard. Milo, FN for life. Hello. I'm waffling, I need to get back. Okay. Hang snatch, sports, 6 reps, let's go. Yo, Champy. I'm locked in. And that's 6 reps and that's 3 sets. Take a little break at rep 5. But, did it. Now, step ups. It looks a bit 60 kg, so I'm gonna do the setup. Let's get it. Always put your weights back. Don't waste people's time. Try 146. Hello. Then we got 3 sets. Yeah, I was right. 3 times 6 and got bench 2 sets. Levels, I think it was 3. Take a little break, as you can see, before I go into the step up. Probably about a minute. They're not specifically hard, so I'm probably going to go through these a bit quicker. And if I don't, then remind me to go through these a bit quicker. What I'm trying to achieve here is reactivity, explosiveness, and a bit of neural activation. So when I do the step ups, I'm gonna get, when my foot gets onto the stool, I guess, I wanna just switch into the motion as quick as possible. It might be a bit hard with 60 kg, but we'll see what we do. I'm gonna start now. 5 reps. Probably get back into that 24 to 30. Start a poll. I'm paying attention. The next one in about a minute. Tell me what you think. Did a minute just go by? No, it's 24. I can't count in the gym. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the fact that I'm focused so much on breathing, but I can't count in the gym. It's needlessly hard. When I'm making a bar, the second you start adding in all these extra colors, I get confused. The big colors I'm fine with, like the big plates, but when we get to the smaller plates, I start to struggle to count. I don't know why. I think I'm the only one I know that does that, but whatever. 20 more seconds. Put this away. My hamstring hurts. I was sprinting earlier today, but I was also sprinting over the weekend, both days. Not exactly by choice, so my hamstring hates me today. I can feel it doing the step ups. I can feel it before that doing the sprints. Let's go. seen? Now tell me what you think. How's the form? We go again. A minute? How do you think I need that long? A minute. Disco with a 1 and a 0. Late F with an 8. What's good, man? How are you? I'm dead. Inside. Training is hard and long, it doesn't end. And hello to you. To anyone that's training right now or has got training coming up, whether that's today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, or after that, I wish you good luck. I hope it goes as easy as mine currently is. It's a bit light because I got the pizza. Getting ready to tape, but this is my last hard week until 2 weeks because I'm gonna increase intensity by a bit. Got some votes. Mixed at good and alright. And let's see if the 10 or 8 other people in here can change that with this set. That's me done. We've got one trash, I think. Yeah, one trash. It was kind of trash. Some of the reps yummy on this. Some of the reps yummy on this. So it was kind of trash. I was trying to be more conscious of that. How to do that. But the other side, I was barely getting my legs in front. But main thing's the drive anyway, so I guess I'm going with it. Now it's time to move stuff and bench. So let's do so. Let's just get rid of that pole. I want the bench over here. a bit low. Two times 5. Probably just do 70. We'll see how it moves. If that moves good, we'll do 80. But probably we'll just do 70. Yeah. Start. Same 5. We'll do same 5. Okay. 36:30, I'll start. think they changed the camera angle as well. So you can go tall like that, and then drop down low. But I'll show you the weights: 60, 70, 25. Sets of that. I said, this is a nice camera angle. I don't remember that. I'll remember that information for the next time I have to record a camera angle like this. Or record a camera angle. Do this. One. 42. It's funny because the time's actually 7:41 right now. The first set is always the hardest set to do because your body has to adapt to the movement, even if you've done a warm-up. Unless you did like a max out, the body doesn't know how many muscle fibers it's going to need to use to get the job done. The first set will always look the most sloppy. Now that's not just in the gym, that's in general, but usually after the first one, she's a magic in a second, so hopefully it shouldn't be like that to move this second one. I must say, it feels like eons since the last time I've done a mesocycle, I guess you could call it. Focus on the bench. I never really focus on it. It's a good exercise. Because you get a similar level of neural fatigue from the bench as you would get from the squat, except your legs don't get tired. So you could, in theory, which some people have done, a good example is Ben Johnson, but he used steroids. But I don't know. You can still use it to a degree. Steroids just means you recover it faster, so maybe do it an extra day delayed, but he's done bench max out sessions before he's had to compete, just so that his nervous system was firing already. So when it came time to do his competition, he was ready to give his best. So I just thought that was interesting. Did I just say what? I just realized I need 4 minutes of rest here. So I'm looking at my timer now. 42? I think it's 42. You know, I said that, didn't I? I can't count. It's tiring. So we've got one more set of this. 3 sets of medal throws. core work. I've only got about 7 sets of those. I think it's not going to be easy. Let me look some stretches. Again, I don't think I'm going to show the stretches though. 30 seconds ish. 30 seconds ish. Until you start. Sessions kill me sometimes. It's not even like they're hard, I'm just tired. How did that happen? How did that happen? Whoa. How did that happen? See that? I just fixed it. I just fixed that. I don't know. That actually kind of worries me because why is it sliding when decided when it's sort of flat surface? What's gonna happen at bench? We're actually coming on, yeah. I'm not even risking it, I'm taking up 2.5. To make up for the deficit, I'm gonna do 6 reps. But yeah, I'm taking over the 2.5. I don't trust that. But at least I'm gonna try 6 reps. We'll see how it goes. Felt quite good, so I did 7 reps instead. Oh, hello there. So now it's time for the metal stuff. This is what I'm using to get my foot strong. This is it's actually my secret weapon for improving my acceleration without having to do much work. Because my foot likes to just hit the floor and sink and drop. Not all the way down to the floor, but it does that. So I've been doing these sent by Speedworks. Been working and it's helping me get my foot stronger. I don't think it's actually about my foot being strong in my case. It's more about my body understanding there's a connection from the foot all the way up to the glute and how to establish that and use it. So okay, so for this next part, I cannot have shoes. But I want to move on and explain why I can't have shoes in a sec. Always clean up after yourself. Okay. Good. Method of choice, 6 kilograms. So the reason why I can't have shoes is because when you have shoes, it gives you a certain level of stability. For example, like I take off these shoes, because I'm gonna have to anyway. When I do Olympic lifts, I rise onto the ball of my foot. So I use from here to here, and I apply pressure down from here. But you can see how the heel is like a hill. So it starts from being nothing to rising up to being a lot at the back. So if you was to go on my Instagram and look at some of my footage of me doing this before I had these shoes when I first started, I would compensate for the lack of heel, because when I would do it in normal shoes, I wouldn't feel stable. And with normal shoes, obviously, it gives you stability for when you're walking and running. But what that does is that gets your foot uncomfortable with walking and running, and the stability it needs to do whilst walking and running. Because your shoe is actually a replacement foot. It does the job of the foot. Because what a shoe should really do is so that if there's any like tiny stones in the floor, you don't clean them, and then the foot does the rest of the work. But that's not the case. The shoe tries to do everything. So if you want to improve your foot stability, you cannot do it with shoes on. You've got to take them off. And you also can't do it with your heel on the floor, because the heel of the floor is there to create stability. So once the heel's removed, the foot's got to work overtime to do the same job. And I think you understand how strength training works once there's difficulty. So let me see how this is organized. So I've only got the front throwing ones. So I might change the angle of the camera. I'll probably bring you guys with me. But I'm just gonna get into, I guess, a half squat, quarter squat position. You'll see, heel up from the ground and then straight leg ball onto the wall and come back. And that's actually it. I'm giving away my sauce. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm doing it anyway. This is for the people who are here in the stream still, trying to get faster and all that stuff. I'll move this way so you can see my foot position for the first set, but I'm going to come back closer. If you're wondering why I'm struggling so much, why I'm moving around, it's partially because it is that difficult to have the foot stability. It's also because I just realized that this medal is actually a 9, not a 6. So you can now get rid of this. Go get my 6. I think mine was green. This is blue. It's actually 9. I thought it was this. Silly me. They should really have that line that they have with 6s and 9s, so you know whether the orientation, so you know if it's actually 6 or 9. But whatever. I'll go get my 6 now. So mistakes were made, but mistakes happen. I'm not even gonna ask how my phone works for that one. I'm not ready for a 9 kg. How am I out when I get there? But right now, a 9 isn't within the scope of my abilities. It's really annoying. There's no bridge between the 6 and the 9. You just jump straight up to the 9. So at some point, I'm just gonna accept it and just jump to that level for a 9 to try to improve my foot stability. But for now, say with 6. I think I'm gonna do the 6 for like 2 more weeks. You'd have to do it front ways and sideways. With sideways, a 6 is still hard. But so I just started sideways, but for front, I've been doing the 6 for a while now, so it's also difficult. So I'm probably gonna do it where it's like jump to the 9 for the front, but for the side, stick with the 6 until I'm as stable as what you're about to see, because I can do it really well. It's just the 9's never done a 9 before, so unexpected heaviness. But let's start. See what I mean? With the 9, I was wobbling all over the place, falling over, having to put metal on the wall, my back foot on the floor. I feel like you didn't really see that. You did see it a bit, but that was more about me saying, okay, this height is a bit too easy. Let's drop down a bit, raise the heel a bit. And I also felt my core engaging. So that's the first time. I mean, I know it's already engaging before, but I've never consciously tried to use it to stabilize. So I'm trying to make the whole movement conscious for me. So when I'm doing it, I'm like, try to balance myself with the foot. Oh, that didn't work. Keep trying to do that while trying to balance yourself with the glute. Oh, that didn't work. Rarely do we get there. Okay, now try to stabilize with the core. That was it was interesting because it stopped me from wobbling, but if I'm offset in a forwards or backwards direction, that comes down to my foot. So if my foot isn't doing its job with the glute, we're gonna run into issues. So that's that. As you can see, there's a reason why I don't like doing these live streams, other than the fact that I can't listen to anything. It's also because I just love to talk, so I give away a bit too much information. But this is genuinely my secret weapon. This thing right here, I can equate to a lot of my speed, because when I'm actually sprinting, I notice that I'm very toned in acceleration, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, because when I was doing my accelerations today, I was paying more attention to it, because it was brought up to me yesterday, and I can't see it, but I can feel that my heel is high. I don't think my foot is leaking any energy. I don't feel my hips whopping. I just feel forward propulsion, projection, whatever word, which is good. And I just feel my heels slowly start to rise as we take the steps into the late acceleration, transition, and top end. It's exactly what we want. You don't want your heel to almost be touching the floor on the first step. It's not really good, because your force is going to be if the shin angles in sprinting ever doesn't make sense to you, a good way to make it make more sense is look at the angle, which direction your heel is pointing in when you're sprinting. So if you use my hand, imagine that's my heel. A lot of my force is vertical, and that will show my shin angles if the shin angle part doesn't make sense. But as the heel starts to rise, the more vertical my shins would be. I know this is a backwards example because I have a forearm, and that would actually be my shin in this case. But you can see the angle of my forearm is horizontal, so if my shins, which is my heel, was this high, my forward projection would pretty much be as forwards as possible. And if you've seen some rare footage of Christian Coleman doing block starts, you'll literally see that his heel is perpendicular to the floor, which is insane. And if I could be that good, 6'5" easy. So even if I didn't change anything else, being able to do that, like the first 2 steps probably would be the magic bullet. So that'd be nice. Probably a decent ways away, not impossible, but let's get the final set done.
Let's strike out harassments together. For more information, head to puregym.com/trainsafe.
I wasn't slipping because it was heavy, I was slipping because I'm not wearing shoes. Look. wanted to make that clear. I just couldn't push. Next is the final part of my training. I feel like I've been here for a while, but we've got core. So I've got dead bugs. I'm trying to remember the name. I've got dead bugs, and then farmer walks with one kettlebell. And that's the thing where you've got a stupid amount of sets. So we'll see how we do. I'm using this resistance band, which is thick. I don't even know how to describe it as, but it's just thick. Is that good? Getting better? Is it getting better? That's good. Okay, so setup for this is pain, because it reminds me of why I hate life sometimes. So, let me see this. Live stream says there's 0 people, so I can give some more gems, but there's 2 now. Do your core, don't neglect it. Bolt setting is important, and it's more important than you think. People underestimate the core. I used to be one of those guys. The core is the bridge between the power your foot produces and some of the power that your upper body can produce. So if you want to have no major energy leak, your core is one of the first place you should be trying to get rid of, because the biggest energy leak you could possibly have is the fact that the psoas can't produce force properly into the ground because the core is weak, and the fact that the upper body can't chain properly with the lower body because the core is weak. So fix the core, you can get rid of rotation, racing issues. It would also increase your power output. This is the stuff off the top of my head. And it's not that it's actually increasing your power output, it's increasing the power that your body is allowed to express without blowing off. So it might seem pointless, it might seem light, it might seem like you can get core by doing other exercises in the gym, like squats or just anything in the gym without wearing a belt. That's like a compound movement. And whilst that is true, actively tearing the core we're going to break it apart today is also important, because the core can endure load for a while. So whilst I'll just treat all of that as like prep for what the core's got to go through. So if I had to name the 2 things that I'm working on outside the sprinting that will have a direct translation towards my sprints and will allow me to get as close to like sub 21, mid to low 10s, it would be the medical stuff that I showed before and this core stuff. So I hate it, but it's got to be done. Next set. This is tough. My hamstring wants to blow up on me. I always need to do this, and I don't like it because I need my hamstring. I don't know why I want to give up on it. The only thing I've started doing recently is foam rolling before I stretch, which I think helps. So probably going to be foam rolling before I stretch again today. I do mainly the main muscles that I think are tight or I think need it. So usually that's the entire posterior chain. Entire posterior chain. I think both with the anterior is you just mainly got the quads, and you can't really stretch the psoas. My back is always loose, mobile from the Olympic list, so I really have any issues up there. And anything I do, like normal stretching, I've got thoracic mobility somehow. But it's so nice if I didn't have constant hamstring issues. Although it hasn't actually affected my sprints per se yet, it's still something that I want to watch. Yeah, be careful while I'm You may have noticed I'm doing this with a straight leg, and that's because it's harder than with the bent leg. I would say I progressed from the straight leg onto progressed from the bent leg onto the straight leg. That's what we do. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this to the side for now, and we're gonna do some marching. I don't care about how heavy the weight is. Maybe because I'm always so tired for attention by the time we get to core. Even a 2 kg is heavy enough to challenge. Plus I just did dead bugs. So still like my core is fresh. But grab some weight, start doing some marches. out the first thing I saw, which is the 16. So that's... I'll be honest, I don't actually feel anything from this. It's great to have some movement in the system, and I did just feel myself wobbling around a bit. So maybe I'm not feeling anything because I'm not doing it right. Who knows? I can't see myself. You guys can. But I only got 3 more sets, so I have to verify that. 3 more sets. I'm gonna attack it right now. Part of the session is exactly hard. As I said, it's just tedious, but I did wobble, pull myself over to the left, go back. So maybe the core is not doing its job. Probably just do 1 more set, because I just can't feel anything from this. 20 reps, I guess you could say, just rotate sides. But I guess it's not enough for me to feel. And I think this is the heaviest weight I've used. And unless I go get a dumbbell, you can't really go much more heavier than this. So, a day. Been there for a while. Look at the time. It's 6 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. Actually, that's not wrong by my standards. 1 more. That is the session, and for once, that is the full session. First time you've ever done a full session in the gym. So, if you like the stream, the information I gave, make sure to let me know. A comment, some likes, some subscribes. That'd be really, really nice. And it would be even better if some of you guys join my chat champions, become a paid subscriber. There's actually a lot more to them than it seems, because they get stuff like this often, but as a video. So it might be like 10 minutes. So everything I talked about here, they might be getting about a 10-minute video of me running, showing something that I might not be showing to you guys, like my speedwork session this week. Don't know when that's going to come out though, but my speedwork session this week, Friday. Now there's a video pending on that soon, so if you want to see that, join the club and And now I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Project 21, which is on Sunday. So make sure you're ready for Sunday. And since we're here, might as well. I want to say thank you to Disco, Late F with a 1, a 0, and an 8. Shampy has, no, I can't actually look at the rest, but I know you are. Leanne Welsh 9146 for being the top fans of the stream 1, 2, and 3. I don't know when I'll do another live stream, maybe soon, maybe in a year's time, but I'll see you guys live stream times then.